All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a Mortal Kombat playthrough. This is the arcade version, Mortal Kombat, old school MK, the real MK1. We're going to do a playthrough, and we're going to do it today with the man of the hour right here with Kano. This is going to be part of my series of playthroughs on Mortal Kombat 1 with no continues and no jumping. So the jumping might come as quite a shock to some of y'all. A lot of people like to utilize the jump kick a lot in this game. Well, I'm going to show you today there's ways to get through it without utilizing the jump kick. And let's get started. So I've already done 5 of these videos. Only people I haven't done yet is Kano and Liu Kang. And I'll get to them accordingly. Like I said, today we're going to do Kano. And watch what you can do in this game. So the first guy's not too bad. You can just, you can still probably even uppercut this guy. It isn't very hard, but I feel like there's uppercuts you can still probably do if you want. I punch him out. So what you're noticing, kind of the strategy I use with almost everybody in this game is if you do a standing high punch, oftentimes it triggers them to throw the projectile. See? Back up, do a standing high punch. Now it is the first guy, so he won't fall for it as much, but see how he throws projectile? That's what you want. You want him to throw the projectile so you can counter it with another one. Sub-Zero does not like to be swept, so see if I sweep him again, he'll let you do it one time, that's it. Try to sweep him again, he won't let you do it anymore. Generally. There are occasions where he will. But. There we go. But when you're in the corner, don't panic. If you can find ways to get them away from you, to create space, you can do stuff like that. You can do a standing high kick. If you stand up and let them throw a bunch of punches at you, they'll generally just punch themselves out, and it'll back them up, and then you can actually, throw a standing high kick or something else, throw your projectile or something. I can do this to Scorpion. Let me show you. Hold on. Sometimes you take his whole health by doing that. Oops, missed that opportunity. But yeah, a lot of standing roundhouses, a lot of throwing your projectiles. That standing high punch lures them into doing stuff. So very useful tool, that right there. He got me. Okay. Sometimes he'll just catch you with the spear, even though you're that close to him. There we go. Pretty cool. Oh wow, I'm surprised he got through that sweep actually. I don't know why I'm surprised. The computer throws you. They've got some ridiculous throwing ability. No matter what move you're doing, a lot of times they'll just throw you right out of it. Out of uppercuts, out of sweeps, out of whatever. Standing high kick sometimes. It's crazy. Sonya's not too bad. You can often just kind of hang back here and throw your sweep, and she'll keep throwing her little rings. See if she'll fall for it here. And if you have to block, you just block it and then throw your little knives. There you go. And they're walking close to you. Kano's got a pretty decent roundhouse. A lot of times when they're walking close to you, you can catch them with it, but not all the time. As you saw there. Oops. Didn't put my knife. My knife's not coming out for some reason. There we go. Man, I don't know why my knife wouldn't come out. I was doing back forward while I was holding block. There we go. There we go. Always loved that fatality. Wasn't the first one I saw. The first one was either Sub-Zero or Scorpion. I can't remember exactly which one. I think it was Sub-Zero was the first fatality I saw. But I can't remember with 100% certainty. So there you go. Johnny Cage. He's usually pretty. He'll fall for a lot of roundhouses for most characters. You can also do this, kind of lure him into doing a slide kick again or a shadow kick. See how he kind of falls for that when you do standing high punches. Okay. So once you catch him with an uppercut, you can do standing high punches, and a lot of times he'll try to do a shadow kick into it again. But not all the time. He's also one you can kind of tease with that sweep. Let's just knock him off, because I love the original pit stage. To this day, I think it's still my favorite stage fatality, even though it doesn't technically count as a fatality. But it definitely is. Raiden's super easy, you just keep throwing knives, and generally he'll just keep doing that Superman attack. That little flying punch, whatever you call it. Generally, not always, but for the most part, he'll just keep doing this over and over again. So very good and very easy way to get through Raiden. Which is very important, because when it comes to the endurance rounds, you know, a lot of times you fight Raiden, and that makes it so much easier. So oftentimes you'll just see me wait for him to do that little attack there. Raiden's the same way. Once he gets close to you, after you do like one sweep, a lot of times you try to sweep him again on very hard, he'll just instantly do that little Superman flying attack and avoid it. So gotta be real cautious of that. Liu Kang, I primarily just wait for him to do his flying kick. Catch him with uppercut. Sometimes you can trigger it with those high punches there. Oh, I did trigger it, but I ducked it for some reason. See, if you just wait for those flying kicks, you're in business. And that's why on very hard, I feel like it's actually easier than playing like on the medium difficulty level, because the computer is more likely to do more of their special moves, which, as you can see, I'm waiting primarily for them to do their special moves for me to attack, for me to counter. And on very hard, like I said, they do it a lot more regularly, so. Going for the kill. Yeah, so that being said, if I put this on medium difficulty level, it's actually harder for me to get through it the way I'm playing right now with the the no jumping strategy. I can still do it, but it's definitely a lot harder. It's kind of backwards, right? Very hard should be the hardest, but in this particular situation, it's not. Love it. Absolutely. I get so much satisfaction out of him doing that cannonball and me catching with that little juggle combo with the punches and the knife. I don't know why. I love that. That's a perfect example though of just waiting for them to do something stupid. You see it works very well. Oops, I was too close to that time. Okay. Again, Kano is also one that if you sweep him once on very hard, and you try to sweep him again, he'll automatically do that cannonball into you. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. All right, now we're down to our endurance rounds already. Flying through it pretty good. Standing high punch usually triggers ice. Gonna do the knife afterwards. Maybe if I can pull it off in time. I have a hard time with my capability today. My ability to throw the knives isn't going to work. And once you do the endurance rounds, you just do the same strategies that you did to them in just the regular rounds, you know? So he's going to fall for the same stuff. You let you sweep her from a distance, generally. And if not, block and then throw your knife. There you go. You really just kind of have to take it slow. That's all there is to it, guys. When you're just doing a no jump playthrough, you just have to kind of take it slow. Let the computer script on their own. Knife is deadly in this kind of playthrough. There you go. Not much to it, guys. It takes a little bit of practice on the timing. The timing is kind of tough because you want to block for some reason. I don't know if this is something to do with the game or what, but when I block low, I feel like I have a faster response time to do projectiles or do whatever I need to get done to the opponent. So that's where it takes a little bit of practice at, is blocking low and being able to pull that off. The throw your projectile like right after. Oh, wasn't able to block that time, I guess not. Scorpion is clearly getting tired of my antics. Yeah, he can be a little bit tougher sometimes because it's hard to get him to throw his spear a little bit more in the endurance rounds. That's what I want to see. When you're at a distance away from him and you get him to throw a spear, you're in good shape. So you throw your knife all day long. That'll probably finish him off for a second. There you go. That's what we want. We want him to be more cooperative with this spear. There we go. Let's just knock him off again. Good stuff. Yeah, sometimes in the endurance rounds, for some reason, Scorpion gets... Oh, that's cool. Got a glitchy background. Sometimes, for some reason, Scorpion gets a little less willing to throw his spear. But if you usually drive it out of him by keep throwing your knives at him from a distance. Just not all the time. There we go. Get him back on track. Like I said, he doesn't always do that little diving punch after you throw your knife, so that's what you have to kind of be patient about. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh, missed my knife for some reason. Gotta love it. Sometimes when he does a special move, like, or he throws you, does a special move right after, you can't block it. Just like with Sonya's, you know, that's why she gets you that in that little leg grab over and over again. That all stemmed from me missing throwing my knives from that side. For some reason, I have a hard time throwing them on that side. Probably because I'm sitting at kind of a little bit awkward angle. I'm not sitting directly in front of the arcade machine because of the way I have my camera set up. That's a good possibility. Okay. All right, now Goro, you're thinking to yourself, how the hell is he going to beat Goro without jumping? Let me show you. We're just gonna, if you've watched some of my other videos of these kind of playthroughs, you'll know already. But it's literally just a standing high punch glitch, or exploit, whatever you want to call it. You just stand there and keep throwing your standing high punches. Not too fast, not too slow. unfortunately slips through once in a while. There we go. That's it. Just steady high punches. In fact, Kano or Liu Kang, I can't remember exactly who it was, is the first one I discovered you could do that with. It was one of them two. I just don't remember which one. Oh, damn it. Ah, he got me. Oh, still alive. All I needed was one punch or one block and finally got it. There you go. Anyways, there you have it, guys. That's how you deal with Goro without jumping. Standing high punch glitch. I call it glitch. I guess you call it glitch, whatever. Glitch, exploit, whatever it's called. Then for Shane, we just usually wait for him to morph into people we like him to morph into, like Johnny Cage. Just do a lot of roundhouses to him. As you know, that'll take care of him. That's the thing about Shang Tsung. If you already know the strategies to beat each character, Shang Tsung could be a cakewalk, you know? Potentially. He does that quite often. He'll turn to Goro secondly quite often. Not every time. But quite a bit. Uh-oh. There we go. Gotta get him moving. If he just stands there and you're throwing those high punches, if you do it too much, eventually he'll just grab you out of it. So, but if you pause, like I did, and then kind of reset the high punches, you also kind of run the risk of being thrown as well. I just got lucky to hit and grab me. So, but there you have it, guys. Single credit playthrough, no jumping with Kano. I'm going to add this to my playlist. I already have a playlist. As I mentioned before, I already have 5 other characters in there. And so now we have Kano. If you like this video, let me know. Give me a thumbs up and let me know that you enjoyed it in the comments. And like I said, I've got one more to do. I'll do Liu Kang here pretty quickly if you guys want me to go ahead and finish that. And that way it's all together in one playlist. You can watch it all in, you know, back-to-back order. So I love that photo. They took that picture out of, I think, the Sega Genesis version. Whichever one had the actual ending. Yeah, Sega Genesis. They just had 2 pictures of him just like standing there with his arm up, I believe. So, but I'm glad that they actually put that back in on the arcade edition. The arcade edition of the Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat they made. Fan-made game. Did a great job with that. Correcting his ending. But there you have it, everyone. Guys and gals, let me know your thoughts on this kind of playthrough. I do these videos to show that there are other ways, and also to kind of help open the eyes of you know, different strategies you can use against the computer. Using that standing high punch works a lot. You know, getting Raiden locked in when you throw your projectile, getting him locked in and keeping doing that same move over and over again, that little flying Superman move. Yeah, a lot of people are just thinking you have to do jump kicks the entire way through the game, and you don't have to. Granted, it's easier. I'm not saying that. It's definitely easier to play this game by just backing up and jump kicking each character over and over again, especially when it comes to Goro, because finding that timing on the high punch, the little exploit I did, is tricky. Okay, I'm not just, again, I've repeated this before, but I'm not just wailing away on high punch. I'm actually pressing it at a certain speed to where, because if you press it too fast, he'll throw you or hit you. If you press it too slow, he'll throw you or hit you. So you've got to find that right speed in order to do that against Goro. I have come across some versions it doesn't work on, but I think those versions are because like there's like latency issues or something like that. For example, the arcade 1-up 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat 1 does not, doing that exploit to Goro does not work. And again, I think it's something to do with the delay in the button presses or whatever, latency issues. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know your thoughts, and hey, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care.